Okay. You have to excuse me, I'm a little wore down still. I slept, it's about 6:04 right now, and I got up about an hour ago. Slept for about 4 hours. Holly and I are doing better. I greatly appreciate your comments and sending stuff out to me. Oh, excuse me. Let me get to this point here. Excuse me just a second. Alright, the reason for this video is called an I.N.C.H video. I.N.C.H stands for I'm not coming home. Basically because you don't have a home to come back to. An I.N.C.H bag. This is going to be a bag like, well, some of you it'll be lighter, but for a lot of people it'll be like 50-pound bag. It's a big backpack. Think of it that way. Your worldly possessions on your back. No, you don't have a vehicle. No, you don't have your brother's place to go to. All that's, you know, been hit by the hurricane, fallen behind enemy lines, the aliens now have it, whatever else you want to think about. You know, we've gone with the bug-out bags, the 72-hour bags, the I'm going to get home bag, you know, my retreat, my place to go to, I'm going to bug in, I'm going to bug out, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go there. Okay, everything else is gone. The EMP's hit, the aliens are here, the end of the world happened, economic collapse, everything you can think of has gone on, and you're left with you and your backpack. Okay? I.N.C.H bag. Now I know some of you are going to probably have kids. Well, think small backpacks for the kids to help carry part of it. You and your family, or just you, or however, I.N.C.H bag means I'm not coming home. You don't have a home. You don't have anywhere else to go. You have to depend on you. We're talking at least 6 months, maybe a year. You're going to have to reestablish yourself, the whole 9 yards. So, yes, you know, you can take handguns. Yes, you can take a bow. Yes, you can carry your color, you know, widescreen TV if that's what you want to take with you. I'm not going to say what you can put in your I.N.C.H bag and what you can't. One of my subscribers wanted excuse me. One of my subscribers wanted me to put a video up. I'm not quite up to it. So I'm asking you guys to put your videos up, link to this one, or leave a comment, come check out my I.N.C.H video, something like that. I apologize for not having it. Here in a couple weeks I'll put one up myself. Now there's going to be no thing as a bad I.N.C.H bag, you know. Maybe you've got a picture of Lindsay Lohan and a deleted credit card, and that's about all you're good with. That's what works for me. If you can live with your knife and your water bottle and a tarp, you know, go for it. If you don't need anything and you're Tarzan, you know, whatever you decide. But for most people, it's going to be a heavy backpack with a bunch of stuff. Now, people like Giuliano, I'm going to use him as an example down in Brazil, is probably going to need a machete and a few other things because he's down there basically in jungle. Now don't get me wrong, Brazil has cities like we do here in the United States and other places like that. But if he's going to flee mass destruction and everything else, he's probably going to head out a little bit. Now, I'm in a suburb. I'll probably start here in the suburbs and work my way somewhere else, but I'm going to need to get into buildings, get into houses. I'm going to look for clothes, I'm going to look for food. I'm going to look for water and hot water heaters. I'm going to look for other things, potable stuff, potable water, these kind of things in buildings and stores. Those are the kind of things I'm looking for. So I might not need an axe. Probably take my hatchet and maybe a single jackhammer. You know, and that way I can break into things a lot easier with a small sledgehammer. It's just an idea. Don't know if I would. Don't know until the time came what exactly I would do, because I haven't made up my mind at this point in time. I have my fallbacks and everything else, but an I.N.C.H bag is something new that, you know, I really don't want to think about it. Personally, I don't want to think about my last-ditch effort. You know, there are some things that we don't want to deal with. I like to think I can do this, that, and the other. I know I used to be able to do this when I was younger and these other things, but man, do I have to be out there just everything on my back, walking from here to there, living, cannibalizing whatever buildings or whatever I can come across? That's really going to be rough. That's really going to be bad. So, because my answer is a fallback. You know, I got a place to go back to. I got, you know, here, I got a bug out place, and, you know. But you have to think, if everything else goes to pot, what are you going to do? So if you would put those links up, or shoot videos, and just put a blob in down here, come check out my I.N.C.H bag video, whatever. That way my subscribers who are interested can jump over to your channel, and we can go that way. I would greatly appreciate you guys helping me out with that. Excuse me. So, yeah, no cars, no vehicles, you know. Maybe you're going to drag a wagon behind me. Maybe you're going to be like the guy on the road, you know, and push a shopping cart. But, you know, you're going to have problems with the shopping cart. You're going to make it around this and over that and through this. And, you know, they did, but do you want to go that way? It all depends on you. Maybe you've got a dog that's going to carry part of your load. Dang, what the heck? So, but what would you carry? What would you take that would be different? Oh, you know, I know you're going to take guns, bow, knives, water purification stuff, tarp, tent. Maybe you're going to not take a tarp or a tent, and you're going to live out of buildings that you come across. Shelter. Shelter, shelter, you know. Maybe you're out in the woods in the middle of Montana, and you got to build a cabin or a teepee or whatever, and you don't need a hammer and other things. Maybe you're going to live out there like Daniel Boone, you know, whatever floats your boat. But we're interested in finding out what you would carry for your I'm not coming home, this is it. And while I'm thinking about that with the Daniel Boone kind of thing, it falls into my mind that I know some people think, well, I'm going to grab my bag and run off to the woods, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and that's going to be your major plan. Not your inch bag, but that's going to be your actual plan. You don't have a place to fall back to or anything else. I want you to think about you and 10,000 of your closest friends, at least here in the United States, probably 10,000 people in your state, are going to do that exact same thing. How long do you think the rabbits, the deer, the birds, the other stuff are going to be around when all of you go running out into the woods and try and build your cabin, your retreat, or whatever? You better be making a plan. Okay? Those of you who believe that the end's coming and everything's going on, excuse me, you better be making a plan. That's not really a great plan, in my opinion. I mean, you may have a different opinion, and you may be where like, oh, there's nobody around here that hunts. Okay. But that doesn't mean that it's going to go bad in my neighborhood, and I might move down to your neighborhood. So, you know, I might move to Montana. I might move, you know, further down in Kentucky, or, you know, further up in Ohio, and heck, I might be next door neighbors to somebody else. You never know. We can show up. Maybe I decide it's a good spot. Maybe I decide it's a good spot where you're at. I'm not necessarily saying I would do it, but I'm saying maybe somebody comes along and decides that you've built your cabin, you've raised your garden, you've got your deer hanging outside, and everything looks good, you've got your shed, and it's really nice summertime, getting late fall, and you look like you're really supplied. You step out your front porch, and it can happen in the city, it can happen anywhere. But if you think you're just going to run off into the woods and live like Daniel Boone, then you better think. You better think real hard about it. Inch bag. So that's what the video is about. What would you do? You guys do your posts, and get a little better here another week. I'll put a video up. Third thing I have in this video, and I'm going to ask if any of you guys have some recipes, or a video recipe would be great. I have received 6 bags, I hope you can see this, of frijoles, lentils basically. Now, yes, I'm 45 years old. I've never fixed lentils. I don't know what to do with them. I got 6 bags of these lentils a buddy of mine gave me. I said, sure, I'll take them. I'll figure something out. You guys got a good recipe? You got a good soup? You got a good whatever? What do I do with these lentils? You know? Do I just like grow them as bean sprouts? Can I do that? Can I just boil them up and eat them? Is there some kind of good, really cool thing to do with them? Do I need to cook them and grind them down and do some other stuff? Or give me an idea if you got one. I'd greatly appreciate that. But, excuse me. We're doing better. I thank everybody who sent comments, phone calls, and everything else. We're getting there. A couple of people I owe a few bucks to. I've been running behind on bills. I'll get that stuff out to you by the 3rd, by the latest, when Uncle Sam sends me my great check for my service. And so I greatly appreciate everybody watching, everybody sending those stuff out for me and Holly. She's doing better. And say goodbye, Holly.
Bye.
You can tell by her voice she's not up to everything, but we're getting there, people. And bless y'all. We'll catch y'all on the next one.